Patrick Mahomes participated in a video message sent to the link that helped encourage a swift response from the commissioner about its stance on social justice. Mahomes is promoting a voter registration program in Kansas City, and he also said that athletes should not have to, quote, stick to sports, but instead try to affect the world in the most positive way possible. Shannon, your reaction to this?
I love it. That's a leader. That's my quarter. That's one of my quarterbacks right there. That's one of my quarterbacks. Got several.
You do have several.
Skip, this notion, sports and politics have always been intermingled. Skip, when did people think athletes just started getting involved in sports? You can go back to Jack Johnson and Jesse Owens and Jackie Robinson, Muhammad Ali. If you don't mind me asking, Skip, to the fans at home, when a team wins a championship, can you tell the people, Skip, where they go sometime in like May or June? They go to the White House. Who knew? Sports and politics.
Yep.
Now, there's a phenomenon that started happening about 30 years ago, where all of a sudden entertainers got involved in politics. Arnold Schwarzenegger ran for governor. Jesse Ventura became a senator. He became governor of Minnesota.
He did.
Al Franken became a senator. Clint Eastwood became a mayor. And lo and behold, we had a reality star become, behold, the most powerful position in the world.
We did.
Now, what I'm starting to see is that they don't mind anybody else getting involved in politics that's not a politician. It's normally someone that doesn't look like them that's being told to shut up and stick to sports. Because as long as it looks like them, oh, yeah, he'd make a great politician. He'd be great in politics. So I'm with Patrick Mahomes. No, I will not. Because, hold on. Aren't I in America? I mean, what? I don't get to have an opinion? I'm in America, too, so I should get to have an opinion, to voice my opinion. It might differ from yours, but it's my opinion, and I don't feel I should. I'm very influential. I can get you to come to the game to watch me play. I can pitch products.
Yep.
So if I see something wrong, shouldn't I try to influence positive change?
Yep.
Absolutely. He's one of the few. And I think, Skip, what we're going to see moving forward, we're going to see more athletes use their platform in a positive to enact change because they see things that are going on that are not right. And it's like, I just can't sit here and say, and turn a blind eye and says, well, I'm okay. I got 100 million. It's not me. Guys are not only, guys are more morally and socially conscious now. They don't care. They're unaffected. They're unimpacted. This hits home to them. And they say, nope, we will not just stick to sports. Because you hear that a lot, Skip, stick to sports. You hear LeBron James get told, shut up and dribble. And then Drew Brees says, well, he's entitled to his opinion. One guy should have an opinion. The other guy should stick to sports. You know what I'm talking about.
So I've told you before, I had the privilege back in the 1970s when I worked right here in Los Angeles for the Los Angeles Times of being sent to Grambling, Louisiana to spend a week with a kid named Doug Williams, who I thought might be the first pick in the draft. I think he was the 17th overall to Tampa Bay.
Right.
Called a general manager whose name I will not speak, just I call several, but one who was very well known at that point and very successful told me he did not have, Doug Williams, the mental capacity to be able to play in our league. Not the kid I'm around all week. I think he operated at a very high level. Very bright young man with a huge arm.
Cannon.
And a huge physique and a natural-born leader of men. Black, white, you name it, he could lead. Doug Williams obviously became the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. But through that period, through which I lived and watched carefully, Doug had to be very careful about what he said publicly because he was still like on the edge of...
It still wasn't popular to be a black quarterback.
Wait a second. Yeah, and Doug knew it. Very smart, bright man now with the Redskins. And I always wanted Doug to say more because I'd spent enough time with him to know he could say... He was highly capable of saying a whole lot more.
Right.
But he had to pick and choose his spots. This is a new day. The tide has turned.
Absolutely.
The window is open, the door has opened, and you need to run through that door. Your time is now.
Right.
So when I listen to what Patrick Mahomes says, he hasn't grown up enough to have as sophisticated a feel for what's happening as LeBron James does. He's still kid-like to me, Patrick Mahomes is, but he's starting to get a hold of his responsibility because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We have now had back-to-back black quarterbacks win MVP? Really? Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes is now the reigning Super Bowl MVP, and they are the champions.
Right.
So the best thing Patrick Mahomes did to me was 1 week ago, he chose quickly to be part of that video that got thrown together and put out on social media, a black player, black current NFL player saying, now, we have to act now. And who led the charge in that video? It would not have had near the impact unless this young man had said, I'm in, right?
He's probably the most powerful player to ever take a stance like this.
You think so? Wow.
Quarterbacks don't normally take a chance. Quarterbacks don't touch this. Quarterbacks don't touch this stuff, Skip, because they're the CEO. They got to just like, hey, And for him, and I think a lot of it had to do with, like you said, he's a biracial, but he identifies as, a lot of times, I'm this, I'm some of this, I'm some of that.
Tiger Woods.
Bro, when they stop you, they ain't talking about you biracial. You black. At that moment, you black. Now, once they get you down to jail and all that other stuff, Skip, they'll identify you. You can put whatever you down. But they look at you, you black. They pull you over side the road, you black.
What's the driver's license say?
Black.
Thank you.
They don't say nobody. I don't think they allow you to put biracial on there. I need to look at mine. I think mine, we already know. They say you 6th generation black, so we already know. So, but for me, Skip, for him to do that, like you said, they had some big names. They had Saquon, and they had Michael Thomas, and they had Zeke. They had a lot of big names. But that guy is just like the quarterback, Skip, on any team. You get the quarterback, okay, because more times than not always, but more times than not, I would say probably 25, 27 times out of 32 teams, the quarterback is the leader of that team. And a lot of people say that's the best player. I believe he's the best player in football. And he's on it. He is, Skip. And the days of just sticking to football, like I said, sports and football, politics and sports have always been intertwined, Skip. And it will always be intertwined. It's never going away. Do you remember 68, Skip, what they did? John Carlos and Tommy Smith, you what they did? That ain't going away.
Mexico City.
Yes.
Yep. Fists raised.
Yes.
Yep.
So it's not going away, people. It's not going away. These guys are saying what we're seeing is that it's not acceptable.
And by the way, they paid some price for that because that was pretty much the
end of it. They got kicked out. They got kicked out of the Olympics.
Yep.
And I think now they're passing it saying you cannot kneel. I don't know what they're going to do if you do kneel. What they're going to take the medal. So I just think that it's just I'm happy that he took a stand, Skip, and I think you're going to see more guys take a stand.
Yep.
I'm just anxious to see what's going to happen opening day. I know the NFL is going to have to do something. They're going to do something. I don't know if it's going to be 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I don't know if they're going to have patches. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know, Skip, because, they used to have all these causes. You remember, Skip, used to have Pink Month. October was breast cancer. And then I think November, they had a couple of weeks where they had the camouflage. They're going to do so. I don't know what they're actually going to do, but they're going to do something.
Yep. They have celebrated Black History Month, I believe. But
see, it's hard to celebrate. It's not like basketball because they actually play during February.
That's true.
It's kind of hard to do Black History in October, November.
No, that's true. They have acknowledged it, but they haven't been able to.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they do it, but they're going to do something. And Pat Mahomes, man, this is a big step. This is a big statement.
He validated that video.
Yep.
Once he lent his name to it, his presence in it, you're good. Now you have clout. You have ultimate power. Without his presence in that video, I'm not sure it'd been taken nearly as seriously.
But Skipper, what ticks me off when they say, stick to sport, is that all you see me as? So I just sports. I ain't got no life. I don't take this uniform off and go around my day in society. And no matter what, I don't care how much money you made, you're still black. You can't. I don't care how much education. You can have 10 degrees, 5 from Harvard, 3 from Yale, and 2 from MIT. If you black, you black. And guess what? When they pull you aside the road, they don't know you got all them degrees. You got to tell somebody that. What's the first? I tell you what, you come before you put Skip education and what you went. What's on that first? Race. What the hell that's on everything? Name something you feel like that ain't on there, Skip. If that's not important, why they always put that on that end?
I will give you this. Patrick Mahomes is showing early, strong signs of activism. And yet, I told you, his message hasn't evolved like LeBron's has, but it has potential. And I think you're going to see him grow into that role.
I'm thinking what, another 2-3 years? GOAT? You going to be saying GOAT? We're going to be saying GOAT in about 2-3 years?
Wait, how are you going to go to 9 Super Bowls in 3 years?
He going to go to 9.
Is that possible?
He might,
I don't think you can do that.
Well, Skip, he might.
Maybe he could. Maybe he's that good.
He might do.
Maybe he could go to 3 at a time.
He might win 4 the next 5.
You think so?
He might win that 4 the next 5. That ain't none of my business, though.
Well, how's he going to beat Tampa this year?
Oh, hold on. We're going to talk about that a little later, right? We're going to talk about that
I'm not sure we are.
We're going to talk about that? Because I've been hearing a lot of defensive coordinators, they're not really overly concerned.
Really?
That's what I've been hearing.
Well,
I don't know if it's true or not.
yeah, I think those topics are vetoed today. We can't talk about Tom Brady anymore because he's irrelevant. That's what I was told. That's what I heard. Yeah.
Something bad. Hey, y'all going to lose by 2. I'm going to just have my due. That's all I want, my due.
Your D-O-Do or D-E-W?
But I want D-U-E. I want my dues.
D-E-W. Yeah.
And I want my D-E-W.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.